Hi, this is Sonia Sarayu Lin. I am a meditation teacher, a spiritual wellness guide, and a Labyrinth facilitator. And I'd like to bring you a Labyrinth meditation today with a focus on grief. Grief is something that we have all dealt with in one way or another. We all deal with it in our own ways, in different ways. The Labyrinth has helped me immensely deal with grief in my life because its simple three-part journey can be placed as a metaphor through our journey through grief. Grief is sometimes the loss of a person in our life through death. It can also be the loss of a person in our life simply because a relationship has ended, whether it's a partnership or a spousal relationship or friendship, but there is grief involved. Grief can also be the loss of an idea or a dream. And in these current times, I would imagine that all of us are facing grief in some way. It is a difficult time right now in 2020. And it's a time where we have to deal with everything very differently. And if we have experienced any kind of loss during this time of this global pandemic, we've had to deal with some grief. So this Labyrinth walk is going to take you on a little journey through that grief. It's a loving journey. It's a gentle journey. And it might help you come out on the other side with a little bit more wellness, with a little bit more settled, and with a lightness of heart. That is my hope for you. So let's settle into a comfortable space, perhaps light a candle, find a space where you won't be distracted, and I will guide you through a labyrinth walk on my wooden finger labyrinth. And we will draw a card and we will see what this little journey through grief has to say. So let's begin this meditation with the labyrinth on grief. The cards that I've chosen are the Grace cards by Cheryl Richardson. This is a favorite deck full of gentle, loving wisdom. I have some candles lit and some crystals brought in. The cards are laid out for us, and the labyrinth is ready. So the journey through the labyrinth is a three-part journey. The labyrinth is not meant to be a maze to challenge us or to encourage us to find our way through. It is one path. One path takes us in, and the same path brings us out. And on that path, many, many things unfold. And they simply unfold because we are giving them the quiet space to let them rise up. They're already inside of us. So this journey is a three-part path. The path to the center is releasing. The center is receiving. And the journey back out is returning. So placing the intention of grief on this walk, the releasing is releasing all of those thoughts or words that we were not able to release in our time of grief. So whether it's someone that we've lost, or something, a dream or an idea that we've lost, what do you have to say to that person or that dream that you never got a chance to say. This is very, very important. So we will focus on those things at that time. When we reach the center, it's a place of receiving. We will have released all of those thoughts. In the center, we simply receive the love, we receive the gentleness of what it is that we've let go of. So again, if it's a person, imagine that person being in the center, hearing your words and knowing that they've been said. If it's a dream or an idea or something that we're grieving over losing, imagine placing that in the center and simply letting it go, letting it be, and letting the space open up for another dream or idea to come in, as this one wasn't meant to be. And the return is a beautiful opportunity to just come out of this knowing that you've said, that you've felt, that you've done all you can do in this time of grieving, and it's time to just move forward. When we come out of the labyrinth, I will then draw a card and see what that card has to say. So let's begin. Settling in. You can do this with your eyes open so you can follow the pathway. Taking a deep breath. And bringing your intention to that which you are grieving. That person, that idea, that dream, whatever it may be. What have you lost? Who have you lost? Hold it close to your heart. And breathing deeply as we journey towards the center in a time of releasing. Allow yourself out loud, if you wish, to say all those things that you never got to say. Let them bubble up, let them come out. They're there, you know they are. I've done this. Breathing deeply. What do you need to say? Breathing deeply. What do you need to feel? Focus on that which you've lost. Hold it with love. Person, idea, dream. Hold it with love. Saying and feeling these last few things that you need to let go of as we move towards receiving. Here in the center, the receiving, resting with love, compassion, and kindness towards that which we've lost. Picture it there. Look at the center. Imagine the source of your grief right there in that beautiful flower. It's heard you. It's felt you. It's with you. loves you and wants you to now return. Return with ease. Return with a gentleness towards your own heart. Return knowing that you've said or done or felt all that you can to help release this grief. Coming through this doesn't mean the grief will be gone. That can take a long time. But doing this, I can tell you that the grief will be less. It's like the grief will be highlighted with a soft glow around it, as if it's now framed with gentleness and love. Because when it comes to mind now, so will this. These little practices of intention, of sacred connection, good for the soul. Returning, we've almost come all the way out, not letting go in our heart, but perhaps letting go of the pain and asking, what is that one little piece of guidance that perhaps the divine can offer through the cards now that we've returned? With the cards laid out, moving through them, seeing what might come forward. Let's just see what we are offered. This is beautiful. This is comfort. Comfort is something hopefully you will now feel. Lean back into the arms of grace. Let go and let God. A beautiful message. Any time in my life when there was something that was just too much to hold on to anymore, I simply had to give it over to the divine, to God, to Buddha, to that giant tree in your backyard. Whatever is the divine for you. Let go. Lean back and be held. I wish you many blessings and tons of love. I'm here for you, holding you in this tender space. Always thinking of anyone who shares this journey with me. Feel free to reach out.